Good morning, children. Unit 2, Section A, the last leaf. This is video part 2. In the part 1, we have already covered the introduction to the story and about the author also. In this PPT, we will be covering reading of the textbook in detail and the summary of the story also. Children, now I assume that you have gone through the textbook, you have read the story. So the setting, the very beginning itself, the author gives the setting of the story. The story takes place in Greenwich Village, and the characters are also introduced in the very first paragraph itself, like Sue and John C. So it is in the Greenwich Village that they had the studio, and it is said that both of them are artists, and they met at a restaurant, and because of the same taste in artistry, they became friends and they started a studio together. And they met in November, and the story take place in May, and uh, sorry, they met in May, and the story take place in November, and it is said that in November, there was the outbreak of pneumonia because and it is written the author had described pneumonia in a very beautiful way. So, like he says, like in November, a cold, unseen stranger whom the doctors called pneumonia stalked about the colony, touching one here and there with his icy fingers, smiting his victims by scores. So here pneumonia is portrayed as a person, like as a stranger in that colony, and who and many of the people got affected by pneumonia. And unfortunately, this our main character, John C, is also affected by this pneumonia. And in the by the third paragraph, we can see that John C is lying on the bed. He was not able to move. Why? Because of this disease. And yeah, and she is in the beginning. We can see her like a girl who does not have any hope, who is very, you know, who does not have any willpower, who just wants to die. It is like this that this John C is portrayed in the beginning. So we can see her lying on the bed, looking through the small window pane, and then it is like as it is written here, no hopelessness, no willpower, and etc. Then one morning the busy doctor the doctor invited Sue to the hallway because he wanted to tell something very important to Sue, and he tells her Sue John C has got only one chance in 10, like one chance in 10 in the sense, like he tells her, like, because as she doesn't have any any willpower to live or any kind of positive attitude, he tells her very clearly that he cannot help her. So he tells her, like, whatever that science can do, he could do that and he could accomplish that, but it requires some effort or some help from the patient side also. So he tells you, like, as this John C, she does not have any kind of any kind of positive attitude or any kind of hope. He tells her, like, he could not do anything, he cannot do anything itself. Okay, so he tells her, like, her chances are very low because that girl does not have any willpower, she does not have any kind of positive attitude, so only science cannot help her. And now it is then when she hears all these things, when Sue hears all these things about her friend Johnsy from the doctor, she started crying. And then she goes to Johnsey's room, and we can see that she tries all her means to give some hope to her. Then she starts discussion on painting, she starts discussion on drawing and everything. But throughout we can see that Johnsy is least interested in these talks, in this conversation, and her eyes were open wide and she was just looking out of the window, and we can see her counting backward. So when you see this counting backward and then the last leaf, all these things, it actually, as it is said, it symbolizes or it suggests this kind of hopelessness in the part of this character. So now we can, in the story, in the like on page number 27 itself, by the end it is written like 12, she said, and a little later 11, and then 10, and 9, and then 8, and 7, almost together. So she started counting backwards. And then Sue also just she goes she just sees like what she is counting, and it is seen that she is counting there is an I Sue looked out of the window, and there she sees, you know, a bare uh, a brick house. There she sees a brick house 20 feet away. She sees a brick house, and there an old ivy vine is there, and it is halfway up the brick wall, and its skeleton branches, its branches are almost skeleton, like there are no leaves on that. Okay, almost back to the crumbling bricks. So she see these kind of images are shown by the author in order to give us also the impression like Sue does not have any kind of positivity or no willpower at all. To show that it actually represents this girl itself. Now I mean, Sue asked John C. like, what is it? And John C. tells her like, 3 days. She tells her like 3 days ago there were almost 100 leaves in that ivy vine, but and it was very difficult for her to count. Now it is very easy. She tells like one they are falling down, and now she tells her like, uh, with the last on the ivy line, like when the last one falls down from this ivy line, she will also go. She tells like this to Sui, leaves on the ivy vine. When the last one falls, I must go too. I have known for that 3 days. Didn't the doctor tell you? So she has, you know, she had just taken a belief, or she had just taken it, she had just started believing that with the last ivy leaf falling from that plant, she will also die. So she had made her mind like that. No, once your mind starts believing in something, you know, we cannot change. No one else could change that. Only you yourself could change your mind. Then Sue try. We can see that Sue trying all her means to change her mind. She does like what all nonsense that you are talking. Ivy plant and ivy leaves has nothing got to do with your disease and everything she tries, but nothing can change her mind. She keeps on counting backwards, and then that's it. And she asked her to take Sue asking her to take rest, but again we can see that she starts counting backward.
Okay, so now I assume that you have gone through the next pages also, like 29 to 30. So here in these pages you can see that the other important character Berman, he is also introduced. He was also introduced in this page, in these pages, and he is introduced as, you know, like he was an old man, old Berman, and he was a painter. He was also an artist, but till now, you know, his life was not successful. So he thinks that he has not done anything in his life, and he lived on the floor beneath them, and he was past 60 and failure in art. And then he always he wished to paint a masterpiece, but the thing is that he has not started it yet, and he earned a little by posing as a model to the young artist in the colony. And you know, you can see in his character you can see a generous kind of nature. Why? Because he was so concerned about these two young artists. He wanted to he feels like, you know, they have got more to do in this world, whereas his is almost over. Okay, so he feels like it is his duty to protect these two young artists in the studio above. And then coming to the next pages, you can see the discussion between Sue and Berman also, whereas Sue shares with him about the condition of her friend John C, about her belief and everything she shares with him. And in these pages, you can see Berman talking in French, like old French itself. But if you read it carefully, you can understand that, like, he feels, you know, he is a fierce old man, actually fierce in the sense like angry anger. So he is very angry. Why? Because he's very upset about the belief that this John C was carrying with her. So and he decided to save her also. Now from this part itself, and then Sue takes Berman to that studio, and she opens the window in order to show him that ivy vine and the leaves falling down and everything. And then from here onwards, we can see that the symbol of this last leaf, the symbol of this leaf actually it is said as last leaf. So from the very name itself, we feel like, it is the last leaf and everything. So from here, the symbol changes from despair or from hopelessness to hope. Okay, that means till now it was just like a symbol of hopelessness to Jhansi. Now you can see that Jhansi, when she gets up in the next morning, she asks you to open the window, and she sees that that leaf was still there. In fact, she was like the last one. So she hopes that the leaf might have fallen down, and she is also going to die. But instead of that, she sees a dark green leaf over there. Okay, so it gives her a little hope, but again she feels like she is like, the very next day also it is going to fall down. So and the very next day also she sees like the leaf there itself, despite the beating rain and despite this fierce gusts of wind, the leaf remains there only. So now it gives her more hope. So she also feels like see, whatever the conditions is, whatever the situation is, despite that the leaf remains there itself. So she feels like despite pneumonia, despite this illness, she also needs to give some positivity to her mind. So it gives her a willpower. That leaf gives her a willpower. And actually, it is the leaf, it is not that leaf. That leaf had actually fallen down long before. And this leaf that she was seeing later, it is the masterpiece that Berman had painted. That means it was the painting of Berman. Okay, so throughout the night he climbed up using a ladder on that wall, and then he painted this leaf. This painted this last leaf. So this, so it appeared that much realistic. So the Jhansi also felt that it is a real leaf itself. So now, as so he saves the life of Jhansi, sacrificing his life. So as he was exposed to the cold and this wind and snow and everything, he got infected with pneumonia and he dies in the end. So now that is Berman, saves the life of Jhansi, sacrificing his own life. So finally, the chapter ends with a conversation between Sue and Jhansi, whereas Sue tells Jhansi like it was because of it was a painting of. Sue reveals everything, like that it was a painting of Berman that she was seeing throughout, and it was actually the leaf had fallen long before and everything. She tells her because she comes to a stable state, and so Sue reveals everything. So that is the end of the story. So the story started. You can see the movement of the symbol here, symbol in the sense like sign here. So the leaf, which is taken as a sign of hopelessness or despair, it moves to a symbol of positivity and hope. This is the main thing in this chapter. Okay, I hope this is very clear to you. And now in the next two slides you will get the summary also. You can go through it.
So this is the summary of this last leaf. So this, as we already had a detailed summary. Now this is very simple. Like, this story is about Sue, Jhansi, and Mr. Berman. Sue and Jhansi live in an apartment in Greenwich Village, a favorite place for aspiring painters to live at. They met at a restaurant and had become very good friends. And in the winter, pneumonia epidemic affected many people in that area. And then Jhansi also got affected, and then her condition was very bad from in the beginning, and then with each day she started becoming worse. And the doctors tells you that as Jhansi was losing hope, and as she does not have any desire to get well under this painful influence of the disease, doctor tells you that it is not possible for him to save her. And then because Jhansi began to carry a belief that she would die the moment the last leaf from the ivy climber on the wall opposite her window. Okay, so she also started believing that when that last leaf fell down from that ivy climber, she will also die. And then she shares this belief with her friend Sui. Then Sui became very sad, and then she discussed it with Mr. Berman, and he is an actually talented painter living in the neighborhood only, living in the neighborhood. And then Mr. Berman decided he wanted to do something in his life, and he decided to save Jhansi's life. And then one night when it was extremely cold and raining, he painted a leaf on the ivy climber in such a manner that it looked like a real leaf. So now this painting of Berman, it becomes the masterpiece, a masterpiece of him. Then his masterpiece. Then now when Jhansi saw that the last leaf on the ivy climber on the opposite wall had not fallen, she was somehow filled with the desire to heal and get well. So now it is with the hope, it is with that feeling that she sees that it was her belief that with the last leaf falling down, she will also die. Now she understands that despite this cold, despite the wind and everything, this last leaf what had not fallen down, it gives her a belief to live also and to heal also. And this desire helped her to recover. However, Mr. Berman, who had worked in the cold, was affected by pneumonia and he died. Okay, so thus he sacrificed his life to save this young artist, Johnson's life. So this is the story, and I hope this story is quite clear to you. So in the second and third slide of this PPT, you get a detailed summary, and whereas in this last two slides, that is fourth and fifth slide, you will get a short summary, like everything is covered in general, like a short summary of the story.